Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. I want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. Um, just the spirit was on me, man, since I was just vexed through the spirit, just thinking as we often do as humans, all right, or spirits going through this human experience. And sometimes we ponder on things, man, and I'm just in a spirit of hastening the day of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. We all got our ups and downs in this truth, man. And just for me personally, man, just my particular lot, the Lord has me in a lot where I'm alone, predominantly all day, every day, and before I came into the truth and the Lord, has been working on me. I was very loved a young man, by the ladies, and especially my family, man. And I sit here this day doing this epistle, testifying that that's not the case anymore. And I try to be strong, man, and keep my eye focused on the goal. Keep my eyes focused on Yahweh Shem Awashada Akim Wa Akwath, and keep pushing, man. But sometimes you just get depressed and you get sad, man. All day, every day, just being alone. And my family, they're different now. Just through the spirit, you can tell there's been a spiritual shift as I grew through the spirit and the power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Most of my family didn't. And, because of that, we can discern spirits, man, if we have that gift. And I can just discern the spirit that's upon my family. They're just not messing with me no more. And I mean, I love my family. We was very, very close. I grew up in the country, man. So, we're very close growing up in the South like that. And, always together. And, until here recently, man, I don't hear from any of them like I used to. And as far as like the female thing goes, hey, man, hey, the girls I want, I'm not getting. And the ones I'm getting, I don't want, and it can get vexing, man. But the spirit was upon me, in the middle of the night to go ahead and do this epistle. Maybe another brother or sister is going through the same thing that I'm going through. And I just hope it motivates us, man. This is Philippians chapter 3 and verse 7. What things were gained to me, those I counted loss for Hamashiach. All right, yeah, doubtless, and I count all things but loss for the excellency of the knowledge of Hamashiach, Yahweh Shai, my Lord, for whom I suffered the loss of all things, and do count them but dung, that I might win Hamashiach. And that's the spirit, man. Hey, that's the whole point of this epistle, man, is to remember that something's better is coming. And, the Lord is perfect in all his ways, especially in relation to our salvation. So this is much easier said than done, especially on a daily basis, man. But we have to remember to count these things as dung, as the Lord has instructed, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai, through his man writing these epistles, man. All right. Again, man, it's way easier said than done, but it'll be worth it in the end, man. You try to we have a very sorrowful spirit as we meditate on our lives, our past lives, and just what we're going through, individually. And it brings a sorrowful spirit upon us, man. And through the spirit, you can tell the spirit is dealing with us because we feel sorrowful. We're wondering why we're in this situation, and then we remember, Lord willing, we're of this hopeful elect. Lord willing, the men, that prophesy are part of this 144,000. So, we went off, man, and we're probably the first, spirits to really go off like that. And we got to remember, the Lord don't play. And, the Lord love us, and he still dealing with us and having mercy upon us, and hopefully, things will change, and everything that we suffer, all the losses, our children, whether the Lord allowed you to have a child in this life or not. If you do have a child, you should know how difficult and how unfulfilling it is to be a father or a mother, especially in Babylon the Great in the last days. It ain't it. All right, the husband and wife dynamic, especially here in Babylon the Great, it ain't it. These dead end jobs that we're, just working day in, day out. It's not it, man. And it just gets very vexing, man. Though it tarry, wait for it. And yeah, things are moving fast. If you look at it that way. But I mean, if you're carnal or just in a low spirit, man, it's going to be tarrying. And I mean, the Lord didn't say that for no reason. And that's why we have to just pray. At that point, you got to pray. At that point, I have to pray for patience, man, because when you suffer, if it's a good day and you have a joyful spirit, it don't bite that much. But if you in that low spirit in that house of mourning, then you're gonna be hastening the day of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. So we got to pray for patience, man, because it's tearing. It's going. Things are speeding up, yes, but at the same time, it's tearing. Though it tarry, wait for it. The Lord has taught us these things, man. So we just got to pray for patience. Pray that the Lord continues to speed up these events so we can get up out of here, It ain't nothing else to hold on to at this point, especially if the Lord has revealed, your lot to you. Pretty much by now what you're going to be able to attain, what the Lord has given you, and what you're not going to be able to attain. A lot of brothers that don't have wives right now, by the Babylonian standard, brothers may have women they deal with, but just having some woman, openly submit to you and say, hey, this is my husband. A lot of us don't have that, man. So hey, it ain't looking too good, man. Not and with us being in this captivity, it's not something that we really desire. All right, we desire women for sure, but we don't desire women right now in our captivity, and especially how effed up things are, man. So it'll behoove us, all right, since there's nothing else to hold on to, is to try to push this agenda of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, which is, prophesying to the saints, to the max, man. And we're doing that through the spirit, the water Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. All right, let's go to Luke 14, start at 26. If any man come to me and hate not his father, mother, wife, children, and brethren and sisters, yea, in his own life also, he cannot be my disciple. Now that doesn't mean that we have like a just blatant, literal hateful spirit, towards our families. But it does mean that we're going to put the Lord first no matter what, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And the Lord is saying, if you don't do that through the spirit, then you can't be his disciple. You can't be a servant, which means you're not going to receive salvation. The Lord had to make a great sacrifice. He had to, do, and this is, the Lord, Yahweh's only begotten son. He had to do work, and he had to make sacrifices. All right, just biting his tongue, while he's all powerful himself. Part of that sacrifice, being humble, being lowly. All right, being like, what was I finna say? Oh, sacrifice. The Lord had to make a sacrifice. So, the servant is not greater than the master. So we have to make sacrifices, and we might have to make, the ultimate sacrifice, which is laying down our life for Yahweh Shai and our brothers, man. But, prior to that, there's, certain things that we desire that we just not going to be able to attain. Certain stature you may want. Hey, the Lord may have cursed you because of your transgression, gave you a small stature, dealing with women. The Lord may have, that blocked because of your transgressions. So see, it was all fun and games when we was going off worshiping women, putting them on a pedestal, worshiping idols, being puffed up, proud, doing what we, whatever we want to do, in this life and in our past lives. We got to remember that. All right. So We got to sacrifice. We got to suffer. But Lord willing, and I'm just being honest, man, we're at a point now where we're hastening the day because we're tired. We're sorrowful. We repent daily through the Spirit. And I'm talking about the Lord's saints here. I'm not talking about any other goofball group out there. Only the Lord's true, men and women are in that sorrowful spirit. So we pray to Yahweh Hashem Hawashah to deliver us. Hawashanawa, Malaki Hawashah Baba Kwashah, deliver us, Lord, is what we pray for. Because we tired, man. And, through the spirit, we're going to suffer for as long as the Lord will. As a man that lives this right along with y'all, I pray that this is almost over with soon. I'm tired and I'm sorrowful. I wish I never went off, just like I know you brothers and sisters feel the same, because this ain't no joke, suffering. But Lord willing, we suffer now in righteousness, and the Lord will protect us during this great tribulation, because we got to go through it. We can't go around it. We got to go through it. So it's going to happen. But Lord willing, the Lord honors us being in that house of mourning day in and day out, while everybody else was playing for the most part, looking forward to that, same family members that kind of turned their back on me, looking forward to the Lord raising me up, giving me strength in my Akim as well, and making an example of to them what not to be. And with us, how to be in the benefits of being humble, being obedient to the best of our ability, because again, man, I'm vexed out right now. I mean, day in, day out, family just, I ain't got nobody except the Akim, you know what I mean? But, I don't want to break down, doggone it, you know what I mean? The Spirit just told me to do this epistle, man. Let me go to Matthew. But yeah, I'm vexed a little bit, but it happens. Some days, man, I'm very, very, strong in the spirit. My spirits are up, I'm energetic, and it's like, bring it on. I got the spirit like, bring it on, we ready. And then some days, boy, it's hard to get out of bed, man, but that's it's balance, man, and it keeps us grounded in reality until we make it out of here. Because truth be told, we're in a good place through the Spirit, but we haven't made it out of here yet. So we got to keep pushing, man. Just keep pushing, keep praying. This is Matthew 24 and verse 13. But he that shall endure until the end, the same shall be saved. So it's about endurance, man. All right. And this ain't for the weak, contrary to popular belief. This ain't for the weak, man. And the Lord didn't give us a spirit of fear. So we got to take this, head on through the Spirit and endure until the end. So we got to endure our losses as well. And don't let that loss, because it ain't for no reason. You got to remember that whatever you are lacking in is not for a reason. The Lord doing it for a reason. You best to have the faith that is for your benefit. You don't have a woman, or even a husband right now for you women. If right now, because we know what we were promised, and the Lord is not a man that he shall lie. So we will get our wives, and the women will get their husbands, collectively. We will get our children. We will get our strength back. We will get our physical beauty back. All right. We all ugly in relation to imperfection. Yeah, some people are easier on the eye than others, but come on, man. We age. Your teeth will fall out eventually. Your hair gonna fall out eventually. The muscle mass you got. Look at Schwarzenegger, man. Them bodybuilders don't look like that once they get up in their age. So why would you want to stay here knowing that you're just gonna wither away eventually? Let's, push the prophecy so, prophecy can come to pass, man. But again, it's about endurance, man. Enduring this thing day in, day out. And again, that's how we want it to be honest. Like, a part of us ready to go home, but a part of us, the reason why we keep going and we're able to endure is because we want to impress Yahweh by Hashem and Hawashah. We want to please the Lord, because you know why? That's what we were created to do. And if it's his plan, and if it's pleasing for us to endure and make it through his program, then that's what we try to do. Again, easier said than done, man. On that daily basis, some days, man, I just dislike people. You know what I mean? I dislike people a lot, especially of our nation. It just all just gets to me, and I can go down to each nation and just pinpoint stuff that I just don't like about everybody, man. Women, the men, you know, the Akim, through the spirit, hey, they good, through the spirit. But I'm tired, man, through the spirit, probably how about Shema was shot. So, we just gotta keep pushing. Matthew 16:24. Then say Yahushua unto his disciples, if any man will come after me, let him deny himself. Whole point of this lesson, right? Denial and accepting that you gotta deny some things, all right, including yourself at times, all right, and take up his cross and follow me. For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it. That's beautiful, and that's the whole point of this lesson. That's gonna be the last precept through the spirit. All right, hey, we got to sacrifice, but the Lord is telling us Himself. All praises to Malak Yahushua. If we, deny ourselves and sacrifice our lives, okay, the physical things, the people, and as well as our physical lives, and then we'll be saved. And we'll be just like Malak Yahushua. That's the goal. We want to be like Yahushua. We want to have powers like Yahushua. We want to be glorified like Yahushua. Not to put ourselves above the king at all, but to be likened unto him as a servant and as a brother, a friend. The Lord called us these things, not me. All right. So we make it, then it'll manifest to that. And I know the brothers and sisters want that as well, man. So again, we got to sacrifice, and it's going to hurt. It's hurting right now for me, man. I could cry, just thinking about just losing, especially my family. I can kind of deal with women, and the Lord, he's merciful. He'll let me deal with a, whatever I'm dealing with right now. It's something, it may not be, I may not be praying for her salvation, but it's something. I don't, try to disrespect what the Lord have given me. Beggars can't be choosers, right? You know what I mean? But hey, man, we gotta get to that perfection, man. We gotta get out of here. All right, but y'all see prophecy unfolding, mark of the beast coming, wars is coming, chaos is coming, digital currency, all of it, and it's all in relation to prophecy, man. So just remember to endure, and remember everything that you're going through is for a reason. For the hopeful elect's sake, it's for our benefit. Okay. When these other Israelites, these wicked Israelites going through what they're going through, is for their judgment. Okay, Lord willing, we're getting chastised, and everybody that, mocked us and all that, they'll be getting judged. There's a difference, all right, between getting chastised as a son, all right, or getting judged as somebody wicked, and that's what we don't want. So easier said than done for me, It's just one of them days, one of them nights where I sit and meditate on the fear of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Remember how we got to this point. Got to be a big boy and accept, hey, I did wrong, man. I did wrong, but that's why we beg. And I make it a point to beg the Lord for mercy. We have to remind the Lord. If you can receive that, we can't remind the Lord, you know what I mean? But like through our humility, and begging and being sorrowful and being lowly, asking the Lord to forgive us, so we can get out of here. We want to be forgiven, like for once and for all, the ultimate pardon. All right, but we got to make it to the end. Remember, we can't skip the story, and we all believe, when we all have a certain level of faith. No, I don't think any brother just wants to die, during this great tribulation. We would all like the Lord to be with us and protect us and give us spiritual powers and guidance, and but some of us are going to lay down our physical lives, for Yahweh Shem Yahushua and the brethren. But the Lord will be with us, and we'll lose everything else as well, before the Lord gets back. But that's when our faith kicks in, and Lord willing, we got some true faith built up through this chastisement process. All right, so I'll leave it at that. Continue to endure, all right, is the whole point. It'll be worth it in the end. Some days it's going to be better than others. Some days you'll be fired up through the spirit. You'll have, lessons popping in your head left and right. And some days it's just not like that. Some days you got to fight a little bit harder. But that's why we serve the Lord, and we can all testify to the mercy that the Lord shows us. He ain't gonna let you be down too long. Trust me, we could all testify to that. And that's a good sign to yourself when the Lord pick you back up when you down, that the Lord's still dealing with you. He ain't left you yet. Still calling upon the names, not mocking, scoffing the brother and the apostles, the elders, your older brothers, the younger brothers, not spitting no bugged out doctrine, still reverencing, the true men, all right? Taking rebuke, all these things. If the Lord is still showing you these things and allowing you to do these things, good chance that he's dealing with you, and good chance you'll be chosen. All right. And that's what we hope for. And we need these things. Sometimes it's good to be down and get back up. How would you know, what it's like to be lowly if you never get low, and you're just always just the man, and it's always a good day. I love being low, but I love the fact that the Lord will get me back up, because it teaches me, it strengthens me, but eventually, all jokes aside, hey, I want this to end, man. I don't want to keep going back and forth, and for whatever reason, whether it just be spiritual growth or having to get rid of demons, having to fast, starve myself, this stuff is getting old. Now, again, through the spirit, we do these things through the spirit to please the Lord. But, just physically as operator level, I'd rather, go home. I'd rather, go through this tribulation, do what we got to do, and receive those perfect glorified bodies. So we don't have to do this no more. We don't have to worry about our children, being put to sleep. You don't have to worry about our wives, committing adultery. For the women, your man just being a freaking weirdo. Don't have to worry about having anything. All right, paying freaking bills. Oh my goodness. Never have to worry about, don't ever want to hear the word bill again. You know what I mean? That this is our desire. This is what's waiting on us, man. So we just gotta remember. And then I will say this: you got every brother and sister got their lot. It ain't gonna hurt nothing to ask the Lord if you are lacking in something. It's a test of your faith, and maybe the Lord is blocking certain things. But if you be obedient first and foremost, do what you're supposed to do, and combine that with prayer, and you ask sincerely without ceasing, hey man, who am I to say the Lord won't bless you with what you're asking for? The Lord does that. He'll do that. You do what you're supposed to do, and that's where the merciful Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua come in. That's what we need. We gotta have that mercy, or otherwise the Lord wouldn't be dealing with us. He ain't gonna be able to deal with us if he don't have mercy upon us. So you gotta pray for mercy. You gotta pray for mercy for your brothers and your sisters. Well, with that, I pray this was motivating. I want to give all praises, honor, glory, and fear again to Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Until next time, Shalom.